Karim. In this video, I will be discussing to you the consumer buying behavior. Ang consumer buying behavior ay tumutukoy sa process ng decision-making ng isang consumer kapag siya ay bumibili ng isang product or service. Understanding this behavior helps business make informed about product design, pricing, promotion, and placement. In this video, we will explore the different type of buying behavior, the buying process, and the factors that influence customer behavior. So we have here the buying process. Number 1, we have need recognition. Number 2, information search about channels, stores, merchandise, and services. Number 3, evaluating of alternatives for channels, stores, merchandise, and services. Number 4, we have purchase the merchandise or service. Number 5, post-purchase. So the first one that I will be discussing in the buying process is the need recognition. Need recognition, the buying process is triggered when consumers recognize they have an unsatisfied need. An unsatisfied need arises when customers' desired level of satisfaction differs from their present level of satisfaction. So, at this point, nagsisimula ang isang consumer na maghanap ng solution. It's either product yan or service para matugunan yung needs nila. For example, let's imagine a scenario where someone is feeling thirsty while walking outside kasi may init. So, they start to recognize their need for refreshing drinks para mawala yung uhaw nila. So, yung desired level of satisfaction nila is uhaw sila. This recognition of an unsatisfied need triggers the buying process, leading the person to seek out solutions such as buying a bottle of cold water. So, yun yung need recognition. Next, we have here the type of need. So, when consumer go shopping to accomplish a specific task, they are seeking to satisfy utilitarian needs. When consumer go shopping for pleasure, they are seeking to satisfy their hedonic needs. So, ibig sabihin, dito sa utilitarian needs, when consumer go shopping with a specific task or goal in mind, like buying groceries or household essential, so they are seeking to satisfy utilitarian needs. Utilitarian needs are practical and functional in nature. Ibig sabihin, nakafocus lang siya sa pag-accomplish ng isang specific task or solving a problem. Another example is kapag lumabas ako para mamalengke for our meal, for our dinner. So, ang goal ko is to fulfill my utilitarian needs of obtaining the necessary items to prepare that meal. So, yun yung point ng utilitarian needs. They are seeking to satisfy. Next, we have the hedonic needs. So, on the other side, ang hedonic needs naman is when consumer go shopping for pleasure, enjoyment, or to indulge themselves, they are seeking to satisfy their hedonic needs. So, dito naman, more like driven by emotions, desire, and yung paghahangad ng enjoyment or pleasure. Yun yung hedonic needs. So, it is about seeking experiences, novelty, and enjoyment from the shopping process itself. For an instance, pumunta ako sa mall para mag-shopping ng damit, accessories, or treat myself to a spa day. So, I am fulfilling my hedonic need for enjoyment and self-gratification. So, yun yung point ng hedonic needs. Some other examples of how retailers satisfy hedonic needs are listed next. Number 1, stimulation. So, dito sa stimulation, ito ang ginagawa ng mga stores to provoke the consumer. Parang ang tindahan ng nagfa-first move. Example, Pagpasok mo ng store, may background music na di ka aantukin para buhay na buhay ka mamili. Or like, yung sa Sebo. Sebo is like massage. Massage. Ang background music nila is relaxing. Or like, making billboards na nakalagay is sale. Mga ganon. Ganon yung stimulation. Gumagawa sila ng mga bagay-bagay para ma-provoke ka. Numbers. Number 2 is yung status and power. Itong status and power, more on like sa tindahan, nagbibigay ng status towards customer. Ang biggest example dito is yung luxury brands. Because of the name brands, pag suot mo, feel luxurious ka na, like parang ang yaman-yaman mo. Ganun yung status and power. So, pwede din na through services and also yung mga limited edition na mga things. Yun yung status and power. Number 3 is yung tinatawag nating adventure. Adventure needs. So, basic example dito is yung mga ukay hauls. Mag-iikot sa ukayan to find great deals. Yun yung adventure shopping. Ganon. Next, we have conflicting needs. So, conflicting needs, from the word itself na conflict, sinasabi dito na yung customer is nagkakaroon ng confusion sa mga need niya. Conflict in identifying the need, whether it's a utilitarian or a hedonic. Also, kung napasobra ba niya yung pag-purchase ng need or nakulangan, or she really needs it ba talaga, or isa sa factors is yung pros and cons ng mga choices. Next, yung stimulating need recognition. So, dito naman, from the word itself, gonna-stimulate mo yung customers, need recognition. Diba, for us to know ano yung need natin, kailangan muna natin ma-recognize na we are in need. So, stimulation need recognition is gina-stimulate or gina-provoke ng seller ang customer na ma-realize na niya na I need this item pala. Like, for example, here, ano ba? For example, nagbebenta ko ng mga parts ng bike. So, may physical store ako. So, need ko i-stimulate ang need recognition, or kailangan kong mag-first move sa customer para ma-realize nila na, uy, need ko pala ng parts sa bike ko, may kulang pa pala. So, ang gagawin ko is, una, magjo-join ako ng mga group chats or pages ng mga bikers, and ipopost ko yung mga products ko doon, and then yung mga tao doon is makikita nila yung post ko, and then mapapasabi sila or ma-realize nila na, ay, okay, need ko pala nito, kailangan ko nito, kailangan kong bumili nito. So, yun yung stimulating need recognition. Ang pangalawa sa buying process is yung tinatawag nating information search. Once customers identify a need, they typically seek information about retailers, channels, or products to help them satisfy that needs. So, once a customer identify needs, syempre, ang susunod dun is to gather information about sa retailers, channels, or products that can help them satisfy that need. So, during this stage, consumer usually do is to seek out information sa iba't ibang sources such as online reviews, recommendation from friends or family, advertisements sa online platform, or sila mismo is bumibisita sila dun sa physical store. So, the goal here is to gather relevant information that will assist them in making an informed decision, and para mahanap yung the best option to fulfill their needs. So, meron tayong tinatawag ditong cross-shopping, a pattern of both buying premium and low-price merchandise or patronizing both expensive status-oriented retailers and price-oriented retailers. So, parang ang point niya dito is it refers to the behavior of consumers na bumibisita sa multiple stores or channels to compare prices, products, or services before making a purchase. So, this will allow them to explore different options and find the best deal or the most suitable product that meets their needs. So, for example, a consumer might bumisita sa electronic stores to compare prices and feature of a specific gadget before making a final decision. Or pwede naman na another example is a consumer may choose to buy high-end designer clothing for special occasions or to make a fashion statement, while pwede rin naman silang mag-shopping sa discount stores for everyday essential or budget friendly items. So, yun nga, this allows them to balance their desire for quality and prestige with the need for affordability and practicality. Yun yung cross-shopping pattern. Um, Dito parang consumer can enjoy the benefits of both ends of the retail spectrum. They can indulge in luxury or status-oriented products when desired, while also being cost-conscious and seeking value for money in their regular purchases. Customers have two sources of information: the internal sources and external sources. So, ang internal sources are information in a customer's memory such as names, images, and past experiences with different stores. So, ang sabi dito, ang internal sources ay tumutukoy sa information na nasa memory ng isang customer, like yung names, images, and past experience with different stores. So, when making purchasing decision, customer often rely on their own recollection of previous interactions, knowledge, and personal experiences to guide their choices. Next is yung external sources, consists of information provided by a host of sources. People search for products and information using search engines such as Google. So, on the other hand, itong external sources naman is consists of information that is obtained from various external channels or entities. So, these sources can include search engines like Google, so where people actively search for products and information. So, dito sa external sources, dito na yung mag-search tayo gamit yung Google para makagather ng information. So, other external sources may include online reviews, recommendation from friends or family, advertisements, social media, and expert opinions. So, these external sources provide customers with additional information and perspectives to consider when making purchasing decision. Next, we have the amount of information search. The amount of information search undertaken depends on the value customers believe they can gain from searching versus the cost of searching. So, dito naman sa amount information search is tumutukoy siya sa lawak ng paghahanap ng information ng isang consumer bago sila bumili. So, it depends on whether sa tingin nila na the benefits of finding more information are worth the time and effort it takes to search compared sa potential cost. So, that's my report, and thank you for listening.